Well, hello. Michael Fannon unfortunately could not be here tonight. He contacted me to sub for him, but he was in an awful auto accident yesterday with his aunt, Lorena. And so he asked me to sub. Now, he and I are biological brothers. I'm Matt Gates. You might remember me as a former congressman. Michael Fannon was here with his grandfather, Youngblood, a few weeks ago. Who introduced him as Gates. So Michael and I have become fast friends in the 3 weeks since. So you might be surprised to see a celebrity like me up here tonight. But as you know, I had to withdraw from the Attorney General position. I'm no longer in Congress, so I thought I'd give comedy a root. So I'm new at this, so I have to look at my notes. And okay, I'm not Matt Gates. My real name is Jack. My family's here, the Ass family. That's my dad over there, Wise. My brother's smart and dumb. And my mom, fat. She's hiding under the table with her hands over her ears. In fact, my mom's so fat, she takes up both sides of our family tree. Yes, I'm from a redneck family. But, ironically, I'm Mom's favorite child. Yes, I'm so innocent that she never busted me looking at porn. In fact, I'm the 43-year-old virgin of the family, thanks to learning disabilities and autism. In fact, until I came to this comedy club a few weeks ago with my grandfather, I had no idea what OnlyFans was. I thought OnlyFans was a website dedicated to family. I mean, my OnlyFans are family. Mom, Dad, my two brothers, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles and cousins. I logged on there, it was not what I thought it was. So, I'm her favorite because she never busted me looking at porn. And my mom used to bust my brothers looking on a website called SexHound. I looked it up this afternoon, it's still there. Sorry, Mom. But she never busted me, so she trusted me with the family password and gave it to me. Little does she know, I looked at SexHound. You see, I was so innocent and naive that I used to think that a vibrator was an electric ear cleaner. I mean, that's what they said in the movie Parenthood, right? I was so innocent that I thought that women's breasts came on and off. I mean, Dad doesn't have any breasts, my brothers don't have any breasts. I just thought women put it on there for breastfeeding. But back to my brothers. Why am I the favorite of my parents' 3 children? How can I be their favorite child? My brother Chris is a scholar. My older brother is the elder of the family, the heir to the dynasty. Why me? I'm hyperactive as all get out. I bounce off the walls. You can't get me to stop talking. In fact, I've been at a funeral today, and my Aunt Julie had to pay me $200 not to talk in the funeral procession. I got $150. I made it 7 minutes. So the one thing I can come down to is I'm the best driver in the family. I've never totaled the family car. My brother crashed his car into a tree, getting a spider off his shoulder. And a few weeks later, my other brother crashed his car, picking up a soda that he spilled. Me, I've never totaled a car. I've busted the axle, hitting a curb, chatting with a cousin. I've backed up into a police cruiser, made dents, crashed the car in April last year, worrying about Christmas, and it was April. Gotten 6 speeding tickets when in college, and the only reason they didn't take my license away is they thought I was Matt Gates. But I've never totaled a car, and I'm the only one of the sons who knows how to drive my dad's stick. Stick shift, that is. And I'm the learning disabled one. So how can I be their favorite child? I've mentioned I was hyperactive. I've mentioned they have to pay me not to talk. And also, growing up, a favorite game of mine was throwing rocks in the air and see where they land, until a piece of a brick landed on my next door neighbor's head, giving her a concussion. We're still friends. At school, they finally suggested Ritalin. Ah, Ritalin. Every parent's dream come true. Ritalin for a parent is like SexHound for a teenage boy. So they took me to the doctor, but then Ritalin caused problems. I started being diagnosed with OCD, PTSD, generalized anxiety, bipolar, and Tourette's. The Tourette's was actually a blessing because I could yell things like, "All of you are a bunch of lazy, cocksucking, motherfucker bitches, and I'm going to slit all your throats when I'm out of here." And I get away with it. This is the Tourette's. I can't help it. Worked great. But it didn't work so well in high school when I made a death threat. I told someone, "I hope you make it to heaven, you little bastard." And the police were called to campus. So I got sent to a psychiatrist, and they were trying to figure out what in the world is wrong with me. As they studied it, they showed me a picture of a naked person. What does this make you think of? Sex. Picture of a couple having an intercourse. What does this make you think of? Sex. Picture of breasts. What does this make you think of? I thought those came off. That's what it was explained. So I said sex. Finally, they showed me a picture of a vagina, and I said, "Is that a nose hole?" And then they explained to me that only men have pee-pees. So I said sex. And they told me, "I think you're obsessed with sex." And I said, "You're the one showing me all the dirty pictures." So to conclude, let's have a moment of silence for Michael Fannon, who is going to be here tonight, and his aunt Lorena Bobbitt. They were in an awful car accident last night, coming back from the Redskins game. They were driving down the highway when some dick cut Lorena Bobbitt off on the highway. Lorena Bobbitt, anyone here young enough to remember that? Good night, everybody.